What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji with the Cush Concierge, and today I am here to discuss your Hoodoo altar. So, you are getting into the practice of Hoodoo and you are interested in setting up an altar. It's one of the most essential ways to start venerating your ancestors, putting in petitions to your guides, and just giving thanks and saying your prayers to, get you along this journey. So I've compiled a small list because I know the list is vast and it is personal, but I have just put together a small list of items you may want to include to start your altar, and I may even just throw in some extras as they come to mind. So, the very first thing we have on the list is a white candle. A white candle is all inclusive. Always keep a white candle. They go for any prayer and, most importantly, blessings and purification, cleansings. Now, when you think of utilizing candles, we are going to explore the idea of utilizing certain colors for certain attributes that you want to, and energies you want to bring into your home, right? Okay. The next thing is, white candle is all inclusive. It's a catch all. You can dress a white candle with specific herbs that go towards your intention, and it will just basically give you what you need. The next thing is sea salt. So sea salt is the idea of purification, keeping away bad energy, and grounding. You want to think about including things that represent all four elements: fire, air, earth, and water. So this would be representative of one of the elements, and it also has specific functions. I use sea salt quite a bit in my workings and around my house. We keep a lot of salt. A picture of your ancestors. I did send you guys the family or tribe tree on our Patreon, and that's going to allow you to figure out which ancestors you are able and want to work with, which ancestors want to work with you, and what is their gift and how can they be of assistance. So you can put one picture, you can put several pictures, it's up to you. Just think about what were that ancestor's favorite things, because you are going to have to, utilize water, glasses of water, and different small offerings. But it could be something as simple as peppermint candy or, big red gum. So don't think too hard about it. Just know that the picture is a representation of that ancestor, and you will be utilizing offerings. So you'll also do the same thing with guides. I have on here depictions of chosen guides. So in Hoodoo, there's a misconception, that you worship something outside of God. That's not true. What you are doing is people on the spiritual side, saints, things like that have come through. You may petition them for assistance if you feel like, the idea is to similar to asking your angels for help for communication with God. There are guys out there that are now saints, that are now people who have evolved, and you will utilize them to assist for workings. But first you have to build a relationship with them. Some people like to put statues of Saint Michael or Archangel Michael. Some people like to put depictions of different indigenous warriors on their altars. So it's all up to which way you choose to go. We will explore some different guides in addition, like the goddesses that we were talking about in earlier episodes. Like that's kind of how you would position that. A lot of people like to use Saint Michael, so they'll get like a little statue of Saint Michael or a picture of Saint Michael, and they will have that on their altar to assist them. And I would say some people do different altars, but if you want to kind of keep it simple to start, you can just put that depiction there when you are working with it, and remove it and put it in your, your things when you're not working with it. Another candle is a blue candle, a blue pillar candle. So be specific, a pillar candle, or just a different votive candle. Honestly, you just light it. That blue candle is for good health, protection, justice, and legal matters, and again, blessings of the home. So a blue candle is a good candle to start off with too. Incense, I love incense. They come in different things like lavender, fast slug, good health, blessings, dragon's blood, which smells amazing. It's not how it sounds. It smells so good. It's like a pomegranate kind of smell. The moon incense, lemongrass to open the road. So you would just choose different incense that did different things, and you can use those on your altar if you don't have time to light a candle, or if you want to do something a little, less intensive. A plate or container for your food. So you will generally, we usually do it on Sundays, once a week. We put food on the altar for the ancestors, and or the guide that like certain guides, like certain things like Oshun likes oranges, Oshun likes perfume, like certain things are there. But one of the things with food is you were just going to need a plate or a container that you use for that. We use containers because we do have dogs and children, so consider that. A glass bowl. I like to have a glass bowl there, either for the water, or either you can use it for rice and putting the candies and things in. That's where I put things that I want to gain energy. Like if once you start working with lodge stones and things that you want to attract energy and pull, certain things that you carry with you on a day-to-day basis, that's where I put those in that glass bowl. So it can like pull that energy. A little cute one, like, a little candy dish will do. A mirror. We have a big mirror that's just to allow the spirits to come through and do the work that is needed to be done. That represents that. Mirrors are portals, so it's in a common space, and it is there for us to work with our ancestors and our spirit guides when needed. A cloth to cover the table. I don't always do this, but some people do like to put a white cloth or the color of the person that they're working with that like that color or is representative of that color. They'll have that cloth to cover their table. I generally don't, because I wipe my tables down with Florida water, and so to each his own. A glass of water. Of course, the water is a portal as well, giving the ancestors the opportunity and spirits the opportunity to come through. Water is very powerful, and this will also get one of your elements out the way. A Bible. The Bible is a good talisman. It's one of the world's most powerful talismans, and it's good if you just need to do a quick bibliomancy, flip through it, see what God has to tell you. And it's also good for reading your scriptures. Obviously, we use a lot of scriptures from the Bible in our workings and in our everyday life. So there's a scripture for everything. So a Bible is a good thing to keep on your altar. Crystals would represent earth, and you would be able to use those items like an obsidian for protection. That's good to have there. We like to charge our crystals on our altars during like new moons or full moons because the energy is potent. Another thing we put on our altars, I said I was going to include some new stuff, is cowrie shells. So cowrie shells were a symbol of prosperity and currency. So if you don't want to put money, obviously what would you trade with? So you got to pay the toll. That's why I always put it. So pennies, dimes, and we'll talk about that. Spiritual currency. One day too. That could be a good episode. But yeah, so you're going to put your crystals, though. Your obsidian, because I got off track. Obsidian, aquamarine, and just whatever carnelians, whatever crystals you're using right now. It's always good to charge those crystals on your altar at least once a week or after you've cleansed them for certain moon phases. Flowers giving life. Flowers are also symbols of offerings. So you would put flowers on your altar in water, in a little thing for, I can't even get this, a vase. Yeah. You put in a vase. Herbs that you are charging or wanting to use, or you need to represent something, you can put herbs on your altar, in your bowl, that glass bowl I was talking about. I like to put herbs or rice, your money rice, things like that you would have to continuously charge. Feather representing air. So feathers, you can get feathers from metaphysical stores, or sometimes you'll just find them randomly, and those are little gifts from spirit or signs, depending on the color. An ankh or a cross. So I said both because even though it's a Christian depiction, the cross is also symbolic of the Congo cosmogram. It's the same shape and representative, and our ancestors and elders would use that to disguise what they were really doing. So you feel more comfortable having a cross there, you can put a cross or an ankh, which is the Egyptian representation of that. Money offerings, again, cowrie shells, pennies, and dimes matter the most in terms of hoodoo offerings for money. A small table, obviously you need somewhere to put all these. If you want to put it on your floor, okay, but like a little side table. I've had people use bookcases so they could do several different altars at a time, for each person that they wanted to petition for help. This is, again, just a way to start your altar, not necessarily like build this big altar, because a lot of people have large tables in different areas of their homes. I know for us, the girls have their own, and then we have one for the house, and then I have my own. So you are an altar, and you also need to leave offerings for yourself and things to build your own self up, your own self-confidence. Perfumes, brushes, hair brushes, different things that ignite your aura and your spirit. Another thing would be a black candle. Black candles are good for protections. There are other candles that you'll use when you get to doing more work, but those are the particular candles, like protection, banishing, things like the crossings. Well, that would be great. But yeah, so these are the particular, like, the start off points that you'd use for, developing your altar. There are more versions. There are different ways. Everybody has their own thing. I will do more posts about different altars as we go along, but this is going to be your very first one, the one that you're setting up to honor your ancestors, yourself, your initial guides, and where you'll start to leave your different petitions when you are wanting to do things. If you are able to have an altar out in the open for your home, I would suggest using more decorative items that's why I'm very to the point about what I'm developing, because I want to be able to, there's a lot of people that they can't leave things out in the open. So a lot of things are good in plain sight, like hidden in plain sight. So decorative items that have been blessed and have been activated for use. Most of our homes have a Bible, so that's not too out the way for, the average person to see. Flowers not awkward. So there's a way to do everything. I, however, have my stuff out in the open, but if you are in a position where you can't, then just kind of what the grannies say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So just kind of put it together in a way that is decorative, but also purposeful and intentional, right? So I have the list to download on our Patreon. So take a peek, look it up, and let me know what you guys think. I will be adding some more as we go along, like I said. And always add your personal touch to any information that I give you. Always add your own personal touch to it. You know, it gives you your ashe, your spirit. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll be doing more. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. I love y'all. Talk to you later.